Alright guys, this is my response to the US using cruise missiles against Syrian targets. First off, there is going to be no draft. No draft to bring troops to Syria. I don't think anyone wants it. I don't believe anyone wants it. No one wants to get recalled. No one wants to go back and fight another war. Diplomacy failed on this one. Hopefully the diplomats will be able to get back and start talks. I would like to see Syria resolved in a very peaceful manner. I don't want to see any more strikes against Syria, and I really wish that al-Bashar would grow up, or Bashar al-Assad would grow up. I really wish that peace would come to the world. I really wish that chemical weapons were not used on people. Chemical weapons were supposed to be outlawed after World War I when they were used in World War I. Both sides were using them. Didn't happen. They were used in Iraq. They were used in Syria. They have been used in Africa. Pretty sure they've been used everywhere. We need to stop. No draft, no chemical weapons. There does not need to be an edge against terrorism using chemical weapons. Okay? Just like us sending troops in to aid the rebels, Russians going in to stop the terrorists, Iraqis and Iranians, saying that this is sad because we're letting the terrorists win. Everyone else is applauding because we stopped despot from basically gassing his own people. Guys, opinions are great. Facts are even better. Whether you're liberal and afraid of being drafted, whether you're conservative and afraid of being drafted, if you're like me, a veteran, and I'm not afraid of being drafted. I am 31 years old. I have 2 more years and I will no longer be draftable. Guys, ladies, okay? We don't need an intervention. We don't need troops on the ground. We don't need anything. What we need is a mature diplomatic corps that can find a way into a solution. Alright? Let's say, Bashar al-Assad steps down, appoints one of his ministers. That would be great. That would be a very reasonable request. Hopefully the government could see that. The rebels, I'm pretty sure that once Assad steps down, goes onto a plane, in exile, guess what? They'll stop. We need a better diplomatic corps. I'm not an expert. The only, school that I did was community college before the military. All my, supposed education comes from the military. I'm not an expert on anything. I don't claim to be an expert on anything. I talk about terrorism and how to fight it. I talk about, world events. I grew up as a Clintonite Democrat and a liberal, and believed in diplomacy, believed in political affairs. After joining the military, I saw that, if diplomats can't agree, then war comes. Interventions come. I still believe that we can have a diplomatic corps that can rival all others. I believe that. But they have to get their heads out of their asses, and they have to see that if someone's not willing to step down, you can't keep calling for them to step down. If another country is going to help that country whose leader does not want to step down, then we have to go in for another solution. One that all parties can either agree on or 3 parties can agree on, and that government's just going to have to suck it up. It's not like it hasn't been done. Okay? I believe that we need to step up, not morally as a nation, but we just need to step up as a nation. If we don't want to be known as a nation that's a bully, then we need to help out. We need to, bring diplomacy so that it doesn't fail. Is that always viable? No, and never. Because when diplomacy fails is when you use the military, is when you call up people. Okay? With active, reserve, and National Guard, we don't need to draft. We don't have to have a draft, and I don't see in the foreseeable future that we will draft. What I do see is that if you do draft into the civil corps, draft into the government, not the military. We need fresh perspectives. We need people who are ready to change the world in a good way, not a bad way. Leave your comments. This is a video and rant I wanted to do on the topic of Syria and draft. I watched a combat veterans video. I really liked it, and it really made me want to record. Because past experiences as a veteran, I've been asked if we, could have a draft, would be drafted. And, like I told people before, it's going to be very hard for the U.S. government to implement a draft when they haven't done so since Vietnam. And especially since we've designed our military now to be an all-volunteer force instead of conscripting. So thank you for watching. Leave your comment below. I know it was vague, and when I get around to it and see the comments, I can respond. Also, we're on Facebook. You can go and search on pages, or I believe pages or groups, but we're under Facebook on Apolitical Corner. Me and Matt Palmer, we are the admin. I'm thinking about adding one more. I'll probably do a poll and see. I'm working a lot. I work 72 hours a week. So it's very rare for me to do a video, very rare for me to keep in touch. That's why I have one more admin. And I'll probably be doing a poll to see who would like to be the next admin. Thank you all. I hope you enjoyed this video.